Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, check. Mic check.
It's a spectacular fall evening and a jam-packed sports afternoon and evening in Northern Nevada. Tonight, we welcome you to Greater Nevada Field for the finale of the regular season in the United Soccer League. It's a big showdown tonight. Reno 1868 FC welcomes Orange County. And hi, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth alongside Colin Tabor. I'm Alex Margulies. Big match for Reno here tonight, Colin. A chance if they can beat Orange County, the top team in the West, with a little bit of help as well from Fresno, who's taking on the Real Monarchs. A chance for Reno to get into the top four.
Yeah, Reno are hopefully trying to sneak their way into the top four position, that fourth spot where they would play here at Greater Nevada Field against Real Monarchs. This should be an interesting one tonight against a very good Orange County team.
Yeah, you talk about Orange County. This is one of the most dynamic offensive teams in the entire United Soccer League as we take a look at the key players to the match, and it all starts and stops for them with Thomas Enevoldsen.
Yeah, Thomas Enevoldsen has been fantastic. A great player who's been all around Europe, even played in the 2010 World Cup for Denmark. He has come in, this Orange County team has taken over 19 goals and 9 assists.
Yeah, second most goals scored in the USL this season as a team. This Orange County club, second in the United Soccer League. On the other side of the pitch for Reno 1868, they have been incredible defensively during this recent hot stretch. They have not allowed a goal in 4 consecutive matches, and the man that has been in goal for all of those with 4 clean sheets has been Matt Bersano.
Yeah, Matt Bersano, who's so familiar with this team after spending the majority of the time in goal last year, has stepped back in for JT Marcinkowski, has been fantastic, and his recent performances have earned him a spot in the USL Team of the Week.
Bersano, since coming back down from San Jose, has recorded 6 clean sheets in his 8 starts. Should be an incredible title fight here tonight inside Greater Nevada Field. It's going to be Reno 1868 trying to knock off Orange County. We'll have kickoff coming up next right here on Nevada Sports Net. All right, back inside Greater Nevada Field. Colin, let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. Orange County, you see the record there, 20 wins on the season. They've got 66 points, and up and down this roster, this is a loaded team. You look at the back four, 3 of the 4 of those guys have MLS experience.
Yes, so much experience in this Orange County team, led by Richard Chaplow, a guy who's played in the Premier League before with Burnley. Of course, we mentioned Thomas Enevoldsen up top. He's the guy to watch.
And for Reno 1868, another strong starting 11 for Ian Russell. Brian Brown became the all-time goal-scoring leader for Reno 1868. He now has 19 of all time. Back four, very strong. Jerry Van Avik, who has had a couple games coming off the bench, he's back in the starting lineup with Chris Weehan rejoining the San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah, I'm interested for Reno's left side with Duke Lacroix and Jerry Van Avik. Both played for Orange County last year, so they'll be looking to do something against their former club.
All right, we are underway here tonight at Greater Nevada Field in a match that Reno really needs to get 3 points. Again, if they can get 3 points here tonight against this Orange County team, it's going to be difficult. They've only lost 7 matches of their 33 this year. But if Reno can get 3 and they can get some help from Fresno, all Fresno has to do is draw against the Real Monarchs, and Reno will vault into 4th place. Here's Duke Lacroix trying to center it there for Brian Brown, and it's cleared out by Walker Hume.
Yeah, right away, Duke Lacroix gets into the action, has a 1-2 with Lindo Mafeka and puts a dangerous ball across, but it's dealt with well by Walker Hume.
So we've got a corner kick here from Jerry Van Avik. Appearing in his 27th game of the season, the 26-year-old from the Netherlands. Into the box, and just over the head of Zach Carroll. That was a good ball, though, from Jerry Van Avik. Yeah,
an excellent delivery from Jerry Van Avik. A bit of a set-piece specialist. Had the right amount of dip and swerve, just trying to find Zach Carroll's head, but just slightly too high.
Throwing from Reno, 1868. Already getting some early chances here against Orange County. That one goes into the box, and Andre Rawls, the team's keeper in his first season here with Orange County. 26 games for Rawls, who is on loan from NYCFC. He has spent the last 2 seasons on their bench. Rawls also some time in the USL with Wilmington. Here's a chance for Orange County. And Lacroix is able to cut off Michael Seaton. That was a dangerous spot there early for Matt Bersano.
Yeah, Michael Seaton does so well to get behind the Reno defense, just drifts off the shoulder of Brenton Griffiths, but Duke Lacroix recovers really well, just gets his body between, and Matt Bersano picks it up.
Here's Brent Richards advancing it forward, trying to find Brian Brown. Nice job there to get the ball back in the corner. Brown is taken out with a hard slide, and that's going to draw a whistle from our refereeing crew. Led tonight by Joseph Dickerson, and Brown is slow to get up, and that was a pretty hard takeout there.
Yeah, just a bit reckless from Walker Hume there. Tries to go for the ball, but his shin catches Brian Brown hard. Bit slow to get up, but Brian Brown will walk it off, and now it's another dangerous set-piece opportunity for Jerry Van Avik.
6 goals on the season for Van Avik. He had 8 last year in 29 games with Orange County. Had a chance to go back to Orange County, but decided to come play for Ian Russell after what he saw Reno do in their inaugural season last year, setting a record with 75 goals. Good ball there again from Van Avik, and contact in the box. It'll be whistled off, though, as the keeper will help Brian Brown up to the ground, and he has already been harassed here early in this match.
I think another team that will be watching this game besides Real Monarchs with some interest is Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising have a difficult task trying to clinch first in the West. A lot of goal difference to make up, so they'll be hoping for a few here from Reno before their game tonight.
Darwin Jones for Orange County. 2 goals this season. Another player with MLS experience, having played with Seattle in 2015 and 16. We mentioned the back 4 having a lot of experience, Colin, in terms of the MLS level. But in the lineup tonight, 5 guys with MLS experience. And when you look at the entire roster that Braden Cloutier has to work with here tonight, 10 guys have top flight experience, talking international, talking MLS. This is one of the most loaded rosters in the entire United Soccer League, and it's no surprise why they have, to this point, finished at the top of the West.
Yeah, a lot of experience in this lineup. I mean, Thomas Enevolson has been one of the best players in USL all season. He has to be on the short list for MVP. But across the lineup, Richard Chaplin, who played for Burnley. We have Michael Seaton, who's played in MLS, who's played in Israel. Just guys with a lot of experience all around the world, really.
You mentioned Enevolson. Not only all that top flight experience. He's played in a World Cup 2010 playing for his home country of Denmark, played in the 2010 World Cup. He's got 11 caps with the national team. It was an incredible year for Denmark this year in the World Cup, making it all the way to the round of the 16 where they would draw against Croatia and eventually fall in PKs.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game. Kasper Schmeichel, the Danish goalkeeper, was on another level that game, but it wasn't enough to see the eventual finalist, Croatia. Yeah, Thomas Enevoldsen has experience in the Danish league. Ooh, and a nice header from Michael Seaton, who gets the better of Brenton Griffiths, but just flashes it across the post.
So both teams are getting chances early on, and that was another dangerous spot for Bersano, as that one would have gotten past him, but another good attempt there from that Orange County offensive attack. And this is a team that has been red hot as of late when it comes to scoring goals. It's a club that has scored 12 goals in their last 3 matches.
Yeah, they're so good going forward. They're so good keeping the ball. These are two attacking-oriented, possession-based teams. This should be an interesting game for soccer purists who like to see the game played beautifully. These are two teams that really do play the beautiful game.
These two clubs have played once this year, back on June the 16th down in Southern California, and that game was fought to a 2-2 draw. Reno is able to get a late goal from Danny Mazovsky in order to come back and fight for a draw down against Orange County. And we look at their record, one of the most impressive things, of course, the wins, but the fact that they've only racked up 6 draws on the entire season. You look at Reno, that's the difference between these two teams. Reno, 11 draws. If they could have turned more of those into wins, you'd see Reno as a team that would be in the top 3 right now like they were a season ago.
Yeah, a lot of those games, too. You look back at them and you feel like a lot of those draws are games that Reno should have won. Maybe giving up late goals, maybe not finding the back of the net against teams they should be beating. I mean, there were times that they felt like they could have walked away with 3 points, but instead getting 1. Maybe feel like they should be fighting for the top spot in the West.
Reno has gotten here with a couple big streaks in the middle of the season. They went 16 consecutive matches without taking a loss. All the way from April 21st until July 28th, Reno was 10-0-6 during that stretch. And then now recently, Reno has fired off 6 consecutive games without taking defeat. On the other side of the pitch, Orange County, they have also gone unbeaten in their last 6 matches. Something's got to give here tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think either team are going to settle for a 0-0 draw. A draw is enough for Orange County to see top in the West, but they want to go into playoffs with a good run of form against a team they could very likely see in the second round of playoffs.
Kevin Alston is the man down right now for Orange County. Talk about an experienced player starting tonight in their defensive backfield. Alston, an MLS All-Star back in 2010. During a 6-year period, he played for the New England Revolution, also time with Orlando City. He's had almost 175 career MLS appearances.
Yeah, so much experience in this Orange County backline. Kevin Alston, who's been a mainstay at MLS level, now with Orange County, looks like he's got a bit of a problem here. I didn't quite see what happened. We'll all hope he's okay, though.
We were talking before the match off air, Colin, about what Orange County has done and how incredible their technical director, Franz Hoek, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Some Dutch last names are impossible for me to...
H-O-E-K. But I know you know some background about Franz. He is a legend in the Netherlands.
Yeah, this is a guy who was part of the Johan Cruyff's coaching staff. This is a guy who's developed Edwin van der Sar and Victor Valdez, who are 2 of the best goalkeepers in the modern era, especially Edwin van der Sar, one of the best goalkeeper coaches of all time, and now the technical director of Orange County. Such an incredible hire for USL level. This guy's the real deal.
And you don't really see a team with this kind of experience with a club that's affiliated. They are affiliated with the new upstart LAFC in the MLS. But most of rosters that you see like this, I'm thinking kind of like FC Cincinnati, are teams that are looking to make that leap to the MLS level and are really putting a lot of resources into putting together an incredible roster. It's interesting to see this approach with this Orange County team. Obviously, the results speak for themselves, though.
Yeah, and it is impressive because it's a team that has no chance of ever making MLS. I mean, with LA Galaxy and LAFC both in their immediate vicinity and being an affiliate to LAFC, you don't really see them pushing for that MLS level, but so much just talent into this team, and they really do try to play almost a Cruyffian style of play, just really just possession-oriented, attacking, interchanging of positions. Everyone's understanding their roles in the team, playing the beautiful game. You have to be impressed with what this Orange County team has done.
Reno trying to spread it around as Lacroix goes back to Zach Carroll. Carroll once again wearing the captain's arms band for Ian Russell. Reno wearing their special Battle-Born jerseys here tonight, the yellow and blue, representing of the state flag, state of the Nevada. Their alternate kit, which was unveiled a few weeks ago when Reno played host to Las Vegas. A little bit of a Nevada twist in a Silver State rivalry. Reno, of course, coming away with that inaugural Silver State Cup, getting a pair of draws and a win against their foes from the South here this season.
I'll be interested how Las Vegas Lights approach the offseason. I think they're a team with a point to prove, maybe going with a different route with the players they sign. I'll be looking forward to the next reiteration of the Silver State Cup next year in 2019.
Well, and regardless of the results that team has had in terms of wins, losses, and draws, they have drawn a massive buzz down in Southern Nevada, and they've drawn buzz across the entire, really, soccer world in the way that they have approached their marketing, the way they've approached their game day experience. Very unique down at Cashman Field in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a unique city. You expect a unique soccer team to be formed there.
Reno trying to go over the top there for Brian Brown. Can't quite keep it in play. As Orange County quickly gets it back into action, it's cleared away by Cronali. Orange County trying to turn a counter there, trying to find Seaton, 22-year-old from Jamaica. Can't get to it quite quickly enough as Bersano beats him to the ball.
Yeah, and that's a few times now we've seen Aiden Quinn pop into dangerous areas and try to hit a through ball. He's the playmaker of this team, always linking the midfield to the attack. And 13 assists this season speaks for itself.
Gaia Benz, 27-year-old from Israel, putting it back into play. One of several players on this roster that has won a USL Cup, did it with Louisville last year. Zach Carroll, he was a USL champion in 2016 with the New York Red Bulls too. And really up and down both of these rosters, a lot of interesting connections between these two teams, whether it's guys that previously played together, guys from the same home country. As Van Avik trying to steal one back there for Reno. Mafeka able to cut it off, and it's Abend who comes away with it. Now it's Seth Kasipley on the ball for Reno.
And you see Orange County's defensive approach. They're really trying to stifle Reno's midfield. They know how dangerous that they can be in the midfield between Kasipley, Van Avik.
Lacroix trying to get it in there for Brown, and Walker Hume, who has been busy at center back, able to get it away from him, but another corner kick earned early in this first half by Reno. Back in the box and headed in. Brenton Griffiths. And Reno's on the board. It's 1-0.
And what a powerful header. The far post from Brenton Griffiths against his former club. Look how high up he gets, and he just smashes it home to make it 1-0 here and keep the home playoff game hopes alive.
Jerry Van Avik having A bunch of chances here early from the corner, and a perfect ball for Griffiths, who's one of the best players you'll see in the air. And for Griffiths, he picks up his first goal of the season and his second in his Reno 1868 career.
Yeah, and that's the former Orange County connection there. Jerry Van Avik finding Brenton Griffiths. And Brenton Griffiths, out of respect for his old club, chooses not to celebrate. Nice gesture there from the Jamaican.
Griffiths was an all-USL second-team member with Orange County back in 2015. He was a mainstay in the lineup last year, made 23 starts, but he had really had to fight and win his job back this year after Thomas Janjigian had kind of taken that role at center back. But Griffiths, as of late, has been getting the nod of confidence from Ian Russell.
Yeah, after a red card early on in the season, he kind of had to earn his spot back, but he's really made it his own recently.
Another dangerous ball there from Orange County. Lacroix is able to clear it. Not out of trouble yet, though. Mafeka gets in there. Now Van Avik. Lacroix springing to action. Orange County able to keep possession. They'll swing it around to the other side. Reno has gone 4 consecutive matches without allowing a goal. Orange County, they've gone 6 consecutive matches where they have scored at least 1 goal. Which streak will come to an end here tonight?
See Orange County patiently moving the ball side to side. They're looking for that correct opening, not panicking even though they've gone down a goal. There's still plenty of time, and they find Aiden Quinn through, but he looks slightly offside there.
Well, there's so many weapons for this Orange County team. You talked about Anybolts, and you've also got, we've mentioned Seaton. He's got 12 goals on the season, and Quinn, you just mentioned there, he's got 11 goals and 13 assists on the season as well. There are a lot of different guys that can hurt you in this Orange County attack. Reno trying to keep it away from Seaton, who continues to pressure near goal. It'll be a quick throw in now for Orange County. Nice win there from Kasipley coming in from behind. Brown gets it away from those white jerseys, gets it to Mafeka. Swing it around to Lacroix. Gotta say it, congratulations Duke Lacroix. Finally got that goal 2 matches ago on the road in Portland. And we had talked about the broadcast, he had come so many times, so close, finally connects. Another chance here for Reno. Brown trying to tee it up, but he just couldn't hit it square. Not a bad idea there from Brown.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering what Cronali and Hume are doing there. Give Brian Brown so much time. Brown almost has too much time there. But yeah, going back to Duke Lacroix, I just wish his first goal would be here at Greater Nevada Field, because I think you and I would have lost it. So many times, so close. He's so dangerous on the attack from the left back position. He's created so many chances for others and a lot of chances for himself. Finally got his goal.
Offsides flag goes up against Orange County, and a goal kick coming up. We'll put it in front of goal. Oh, back to goal. Bersano, Arizona native. 15 career clean sheets now in a Reno uniform. He's done that in 36 starts. So he has had a clean sheet in 42% of his starts in his career with Reno. That's incredible.
That really is incredible. That is such a great goalkeeping record, and he's been so important to this Reno team over the past 2 years. just such a leader in the back. I think he does a really good job of organizing the back four, so he prevents really good chances from happening in the first place. Because you look at someone like JT Marcinkowski, who probably is a little better at those just amazing reflex saves, but Matt Bersano prevents those chances from happening in the first place with just his organization skills.
Brown able to get around a defender. In the middle, and found Mafeka there, but he couldn't keep it at his feet as Rawls is able to fall on it. Reno's attack just keeps on coming here against this Orange County defense.
Yeah, this is a Reno team that wants 3 points badly. A good connection between Brian Brown and Lindo Mafeka, but Mafeka's touch just gets away from him there.
Griffiths decides to go back to Bersano. After that great season in Reno last year, Bersano was given a contract by San Jose. Did not get a chance to see any MLS time this year, but he did spend the majority of the season on the bench with the Earthquakes. And he was flip-flopped with JT Marcinkowski. By the way, speaking of the Earthquakes, you look at their lineup tonight, they've got an international friendly, and it is a roster loaded with guys that have spent a lot of time in a Reno uniform.
Yeah, and 16-year-old Gilbert Fuentes handed his first start. Exciting for the teenager who has so much talent.
Northern California native made 4 appearances here in Reno, played a total of 67 minutes. And you were saying you never felt like Gilbert Fuentes looked out of place even with how young he is. Darwin Jones able to get the ball deep in Reno territory, and Lacroix will get in front of him, and that will earn Orange County a corner kick here in the 23rd minute.
Yeah, I think he struggled a little bit in the game against Las Vegas Lights, which, as everyone knows, is the most physical team in the entire USL. I think anyone would struggle coming into an environment like that against veteran defenders like Wiki.
Here's Aiden Quinn. Drives it with his left foot, and Brown is able to head it out of the way. Quick throw in here from Orange County. And they'll patiently try and set this one up. Richards gets his head on it this time, keeps it away. And another corner kick will come from the other side now.
And a couple really good deliveries from Aiden Quinn. Reno are going to want to be switched on defensively here.
11 goals, 13 assists, and 98 chances created by Aiden Quinn. Right-footed strike there from Jones, too much. And the 26-year-old from Chicago had a spot there just outside the box, but he just missed it, and Reno continues to hang on to this 1-0 lead here in the first half. Should Reno win this game immediately following the action, they're going to host a watch party here inside Greater Nevada Field to watch the end of the Fresno State Real Monarchs match. And that will be a match we'll be keeping a very close eye on when it starts up at 7 o'clock from Chukchansky Park in the Central Valley of California. Nice to have the earlier start here tonight, but on the same token, it makes it a little more nerve-wracking for Reno should they come away with that 3-point performance here tonight, that they'll have to wait and see how things turn out. Here's Brown. Raw is able to slide in there and keep it away from him.
And a dangerous, dangerous play there. Brian Brown was lurking after the mistake from Cronale. Rawls just gets there just in time. Could have been a very bad mistake from the Orange County defense.
Oh, Bersano, what a save. What a save by Matt Bersano.
What an incredible save. Zach Carroll falls to the ground and Michael Seaton just runs through. Looks like it's an easy chance for goal, but Matt Bersano makes a fantastic save there to keep it 1-0.
One of the best saves he's had this season. He's going to need probably a few more of those in order to have a clean sheet here tonight. Jerry Van Avik. Reset here for Reno. Guy Benz and Lindo Mafeka going back and forth. Reno not able to find any space here. Brenton Griffiths had the goal in the 15th minute. The header off the corner kick from Jerry Van Avik. Second assist of the year for Jerry, and again, first goal for Brenton Griffiths. Couldn't have come at a better time. Reno finding some space here for Brent Richards. Richards gets the corner. Jones able to keep it away from Brown. Quinn will advance it for Orange County. There are two teams that can get their offenses going very quickly. Well, miscue there. Here comes Duke Lacroix. Lacroix buzzing through the Orange County defense. Van Avik trying to head it. Couldn't quite get enough power on it. What a great run that was by Duke Lacroix.
And Duke Lacroix just goes coast to coast there, and then puts a great delivery from Jerry Van Avik, and he'll be kicking himself for that header. Should have definitely challenged Rawls there with that one, but just mistimes the header. But a fantastic run from Duke Lacroix.
Good movement here from Orange County. Jones can't get around Lacroix. Another nice job there defensively. Here's Antoine Opino. Antoine tripped up. Still fighting for it. Opino. Knocked down. No whistle. And still nothing. How in the world can that not be a whistle? And this crowd is livid right now at Joseph Dickerson.
I can't believe he didn't get a whistle on the first one, but Antoine Opino in classic style gets back up and keeps fighting, gets the ball into the box. And it looks like Cronale just goes into the back of him there. Joseph Dickerson waves play on though.
Jones trying to center it there, and Griffiths will clear it. Another corner earned here by Orange County.
And a good run between the lines again from Aiden Quinn. Runs at the Reno defense, gets them to commit before sliding Darwin Jones through. But Jones's cross gets blocked by Brenton Griffiths, and now we have a corner.
Here's Quinn. Great job there by Griffiths. Not out of trouble yet, though, and that one was very dangerous.
Yeah, just Reno can't deal with the second ball, and it looks like Walker Hume there that tries the overhead kick.
Well, you can see Walker Hume at his center back spot poses a very imposing presence. He is a big guy.
Yeah, at 6'5", he certainly is an aerial threat that this Reno team's gonna have to worry about.
Here comes another wave from Orange County.
Oh, so well done from Lyndall Mafeka to get out of danger and spring Jerry Van Avik forward.
Reno has done an incredible job winning a lot of those balls just outside the box and getting it away from this Orange County attack. They invite any sort of mistake from that Reno defense, and they have not made one yet.
Yeah, and you can see that Reno are trying to exploit that space on the counter on this left-hand side. They're doing a very good job of that between Duke Lacroix and Jerry Van Avik, two pacey, skillful players that like to run at people, and they have the space to do so. Joe Amico has a difficult task ahead of him.
Colin, I got to go back to that situation a couple minutes ago, though. How in the world does Antoine Opino not get a penalty?
I think I saw a couple minutes later Ian Russell still giving the linesman an earful. I mean, twice in the back. We saw the first one just outside the box where he got up, he kept playing. Fair play to Opino for doing that, but then again, no call. And Reno will feel very hard done by about that.
Darwin Jones collects it, trying to find Chaplow, and he was off balance.
It's such a good run by Chaplow. Just on the other side there, between Lacroix and Griffiths. Just gets that all wrong, though.
Bersano played his college soccer at both Oregon State and Penn State. Now into his third professional season. He also has had some time in the USL with the Seattle Sounders 2. Played for them in 2016 before being signed by San Jose last year. Lacroix surveys the defense. About 10 minutes left here in this first half. Reno still has this 1-0 advantage thanks to a goal in the 15th minute by Brenton Griffiths on a header from a corner kick by Jerry Van Avik. Reno harassing here in the midfield. Orange County gets it away, finds some space on the right side. Here's Jones again. Gets the center. Richards gets his head on it. Chaplow trying to get it back into the box, but Reno quickly turns it, trying to find a counter there from Antoine Opino. A nice job again by Walker Hume.
Yeah, after some great defending by Brent Richards, he springs Opino on the counter, but Walker Hume reads it very well.
Brian Brown. Antoine Opino. Opino pulled down again in the box. so hard to contain Antoine Openo. He was incredible a year ago at earning penalties. He was earning penalty kicks at a ridiculous clip. Has not quite had the same luck with that this year, but he is really one of the most difficult guys when you're trying to deal with a player inside the box.
Yeah, and he has the willingness to just run at defenders again and again and again. He's so shifty with his feet and has that low center of gravity where he can just push it past you and get his body between. He knows how to earn that foul.
Back to Zach Carroll. He'll send it to Bersano. Bersano directing traffic. I'll tell you one guy we really have just not seen anything from in this match so far is Thomas Enevoldsen.
Yeah, I don't remember him touching the ball once. I mean, all of Orange County's attacks have been down the right. Enevoldsen has been drifting on the left a lot this game. Been kind of non-existent, but you don't want to forget about him, because that's when he can just pop up with a goal, find that bit of space.
Lacroix can't get rid of it. Right foot. That time from Seaton, and he had too much on it. Lindo Mafeka clutching his left leg as Reno's trainer Steve Patera comes out and will check on Lindo Mafeka.
And Ian Russell will really be hoping Lindo Mafeka's okay. Such a crucial link from the midfield to attack. And with no Gilbert Fuentes with San Jose Earthquakes, Chris Weehan with San Jose Earthquakes, Eric Cavill with San Jose Earthquakes, who does Ian Russell bring in if Lindo Mafeka can't carry on?
I mean, honestly, Reno may even have to kind of tinker with their formation at that point if that's the case. They really don't have another true attacking style midfielder that fits into the diamond formation that Ian Russell prefers to run.
Yeah, but Jerry Van Ava could fill in there. He's a dynamic player.
You'd have to shift some guys around.
Yeah, and Will Seymour on
the left side of that
come on the bench. That would be the substitution I would make if I were Ian Russell. I don't know if that's the one. I don't know if Lindo Mafeka even needs to be sub, but things don't look good right now for him.
Now a bunch of players are crowding around Lindo Mafeka, and certainly crossing our fingers that this young man is okay. The talented attacking midfielder from Durban, South Africa. Had 6 goals this season ago. He's had 4 this year.
And he's so crucial to the way Reno play, even without goals or assists, because he's that guy. You can find his feet, and he will not lose it. He will make the right decision with it, and he will initiate attacks.
Oh, man, you can see what happened there. He just slipped in it. You watch that left knee buckle, and that does not look good, folks.
No, and non-contact injuries are always the scariest. This is not good for Lindo Mafeka at all. I think they're motioning for the stretcher right now.
Well, while they continue to tend to Lindo Mafeka, I want to remind you that the 2018 USL Cup playoffs will kick off next week as we begin the road to the 2018 USL Cup, which will air on Thursday, November the 8th. And that'll be televised on ESPN2 at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Stay up to date with matchups, brackets, kickoff times, key storylines, and much more starting on Monday at uslsoccer.com. And that is really a shame to see this young star, Lindo Mafeka, have this kind of result. And you just never want to see this to any of your guys. This point of the season especially, though, that is a really tough one to see here for this soccer team.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking for Lindo Mafeka, who's had a couple injury problems this season. And since he's been back, Reno have been able to turn to real winning form. Ian Russell will not look forward to this. This is an injury that almost certainly puts him out of playoffs as well.
Well, we certainly hope the best, and perhaps it looks worse than it is. We'll keep our fingers crossed for Lindo Mafeka. If you want to stay up to date with all the best from social media around the USL, you can do that by watching Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels. And Reno 1868 is going to bring in Mark Gonzalez.
Yeah, Mark Gonzalez, a guy who hasn't seen much time this season. Really, after being such a crucial player for a Swope Park Rangers team that won back-to-back Western Conference Finals, came to the USL Cup. A guy who's played in 2 USL Cups, hasn't seen any time hardly for Reno 1868. He'll be relishing this chance, I think, because a really talented player that just hasn't been able to force his way into Ian Russell's plans. He will be looking forward to this.
Well, and this is a chance here for Reno to show its depth, as they'll once again go to Darwin Jones on the right side of the pitch. Man down in the box for Orange County, and now gets back up to his feet. Looked like that was Walker Hume. Battle there, won by Griffiths. Gonzalez finds Van Avik. Well, Ian Russell talked about he felt like this team was deeper than last year's team that finished 3rd in the Western Conference. And again, this is a chance to really show that depth when you can go to a guy like Mark Anthony Gonzalez, despite the fact that he has really not made an impact on this team yet this season. Sometimes guys do come out of nowhere and make impacts this time of the year, and Reno will certainly hope that that is the case for Gonzalez. As you said, Lindo Mafeka is a key piece in Reno's midfield attack on both sides. His speed, his elusiveness, his passing ability. He can kind of be a game-changing player for this club at times.
He really is, but Mark Gonzalez, we spoke about Reno's depth, and it shows with a guy like Mark Gonzalez who can't even make the 18 a lot of weeks. This will be his opportunity. And we've already seen early on how his willingness to press. He wants to be involved. He wants to fight for everything. He wants to show Ian Russell, look, I belong on the field right now.
Next man up.
It's great to have that. And I think that's been a big difference maker for Reno 1868 this season. I mean, you look at Danny Mazowski, who was a key player early on, who's been struggling with injuries.
Another chance here for Reno. Jerry Van Avik. Van Avik off the post, and Antoine Opano! 2-0 Reno.
And this chance was all created by Opano's run, and then it falls back to him after Van Avik hits the post. And Opano just puts it away to make it 2-0.
Reno needs 3 points here tonight, and they are playing like it. 2-0 against the top team in the Western Conference. Reno has dominated this first half of play.
Yeah, this will be important for their race for 4th place. Real Monarchs will be looking at this right before their kickoff. A bit of worry. And if Fresno pulls off any favors, it looks like Reno will be seeing Real Monarchs here next week rather than in Salt Lake City.
All Reno needs is a draw from Fresno. Still a long ways to go in this match, though. This is far from over against this incredible offensive attack from Orange County that has netted 69 goals this year. Again, they have scored 12 goals in their last 3 matches, including 2 games where they scored 5 goals apiece. They put 5 in the back of the net against Salt Lake City, and they did 5 in a game against Las Vegas.
They certainly are a dangerous team, and Reno can't get complacent despite the 2-0 scoreline. This is a team that could come back and bite them. But I've been impressed with Reno this first half. Their ability on the counterattack especially. Orange County have been committing numbers forward. Reno have all defended well every single time, prevented chances, and then initiated counterattacks. been very effective on the counter as well.
See what kind of stoppage time is added. Aiden Quinn trying to go around Guy Abend. And just told we have a 5-minute stoppage time, and certainly makes sense with the length of delay with Lindo Mafeka's injury. You saw him limping off the field, and he has been taken back into the Reno locker room.
Yeah, non-contact injuries are always a serious concern. Lindo Mafeka having to be helped back into the locker room is not a good sign.
Reno really needs to focus here during the stoppage time, not let up and not let Orange County sneak a goal here in these final minutes. This is a team that is really good at doing this. In their last match, they were able to get an extra couple points against Seattle as they got a goal in the 4th minute of stoppage time in the second half on a goal by Aiden Quinn to get them a 2-1 victory to keep their winning streak alive. This is a team that has won 5 consecutive matches coming in.
Reno are going to want to go into the locker room with this 2-goal lead. It's always tough conceding right before halftime. I think it's a bit of a morale drop and a morale boost for the team that does score right before halftime.
Well, this is a dangerous spot from Quinn. Great job there by Reno. Once again into the box. And another good job there by Reno's defense. They have been stellar so far in the box on both sides of the field. Of course, the goal by Griffiths, and they have done a great job in the air on the defensive end as well. And that's an area where Reno is good, especially when you look at the center backs in Zach Carroll and in Bretton Griffiths. Two guys that are physical, that are tall, and can certainly do some damage in the air. It's more space for Openo. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to fight his way through 4 defenders. And it's Walker Hume who once again gets the takeaway.
Yeah, just a bit of hesitation from Mark Gonzalez.
And what a job there again by Griffiths to cut off the counterattack.
Yeah, Seaton's been a threat in behind. Both Bretton Griffiths and Zach Carroll both dealt with it very well every single time. But yeah, going back to the Mark Gonzalez chance, you almost want him just to hit the volley right at the chest, hesitates a little bit and runs into danger. That could just be a byproduct of not seeing so much time on the field.
Time winding down, and there is that whistle here for the end of the first half. An incredible first half. Reno, 4.5 matches now where they have not let the opponent score, and to do that here in the first half against this offense is incredible. Reno firing on all cylinders. Goals by Brenton Griffiths and Antoine Openo, and they will take a 2-0 lead into halftime. We'll take a break, come back with more. Actually, before we go to break, down to Kylie Deezer. She's on the field with Ian Russell.
Thanks so much, Alex, here with head coach Ian Russell. Now, Ian, up 2-0 against Orange County, who's currently in first. Why so much success in this first half?
Just we prepared for them. It was a good first half. We finished our chances, but I'm sure they're going to come with a little more intensity in the second half, so it should be a pretty good second half.
All right, and then one of those goals by Brenton Griffiths, his first of the season, but it couldn't have come at a better time against his former team. Thoughts on his performance tonight so far?
He's been very good. He's very athletic, very good in the air, so really good finish by Brenton.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Back to you, Alex.
All right, stay warm down there, guys. 2-0 lead for Reno and Colin. It could be 3-0, because we're talking about that spot earlier in this match. Antoine Openo taken down in the box. It looked like a very clear situation where it should have been a penalty. Reno didn't get it. They could be up 3-0 right now.
And that's not to mention Jerry Van Avik's missed header from point-blank range either. Reno have been impressive on both sides of the field.
2-0 the score as we go into halftime. We'll take a break and come back with much more. This is United Soccer League action on Nevada Sports Net.
Just close there, but don't worry, you're not going to have a home empty anyway. All right, next up is Nolan. Nolan, you ready to go? Yep. All right, you're ready to begin, Tim?
Hey soccer fans, I'm Courtney Hudson here with Reno 1868 FC, and this is your look around the league. As we close off the last week of the regular season, the race for playoffs continues as a tight battle remains in the Western Conference. The top 6 teams in the conference have already clinched a playoff spot, with Orange County leading with 66 points. Here's a look at the games played earlier in the week. St. Louis defeated Tulsa 1-0, Seattle Sounders 2, and Colorado's Wolfpacks ended in a 2-2 draw, and Las Vegas Lights defeated Phoenix Rising 5-2. We're going to take a look at some of the top storylines of this week. Penn FC announced earlier this week that it has received approval from the USL to join the League One in advance of the 2020 season. Going into the final weekend of the 2018 season, the weekend holds big games across both conferences, with 13 games directly affecting both seeding and which teams will make it to the postseason. In the Western Conference, San Antonio will play Rio Grande FC in one of the 3 key games this weekend. Following an 8-save performance against Phoenix Rising FC, goalkeeper Matt Bersano earned a spot on the USL Team of the Week. Bersano is undefeated in Reno's lineup this year and leads the club with 6 clean sheets. That's your look around the league for this week. Enjoy the second half of the game here at Greater Nevada Field.
All right, what a first half for Reno, 18-68, a dominant 2-0 performance as they have the advantage against the top team in the Western Conference. As we welcome you upstairs into the broadcast booth alongside Colin Tabor, I'm Alex Margulies. We've been saying for a while Reno is playing their best soccer right now, and to be taking it to the #1 team in the Western Conference, this is exactly what Ian Russell could have hoped for from his team.
Yeah, in that first half, Reno did look like the better team on both sides of the field, defending very well, dealing with the threat of Michael Seaton, and counterattacking effectively with goals from Antoine Opino and
Brenton Griffiths.
Griffiths.
Fantastic job by those two. Matt Bersano continues to be stellar in goal. We mentioned in the open, he has recorded 6 clean sheets in his 8 starts this season. He's got 15 for his career. If he can get a clean sheet here tonight against this Orange County team, that would be a remarkable performance by him in this Reno defense.
Yeah, and he's certainly had his work cut out for him. Michael Seaton with a glorious chance. Bersano with an absolutely fantastic save. That's got to be up for save of the week. 1v1. Keeps himself big, is patient, and then reacts to the shot spectacularly.
All right, you mentioned that save. We'll get to that in a second as we get to these highlights from the first half. We'll start off early on, and it was an opportunity for Orange County. This was one of the few times that Thomas Enevoldsen actually was involved in the offensive attack, as he almost was able to connect there for Orange County. But here's the first goal. It was Jerry Van Avik, a beautifully laid-in ball towards the far post, and Brenton Griffiths buries it for his first goal of the season. And then here was the save by Bersano as he dives to his left and keeps it 1-0 for Reno, 18-68. And then Antoine Opino, like you said, he really helped earn this for Reno. That was a great run. Van Avik almost had it, went off the post, and Opino was there for the putback as Reno extended their lead to 2-0 just before the end of the half. The Brenton Griffiths goal came in the 15th minute, and Antoine Opino's goal came in the 44th. So Reno, they knew they needed to come in here and get 3 points out of this match, and they are in very good position to do so as they will try and jump into the top 4 in the Western Conference, and that would be so big to be able to host a playoff game here for the 2nd season in a row as Reno, if they can win here tonight and get some help from Fresno. Remember, that is still part of the element. Reno needs Fresno to either win or draw later tonight with the Real Monarchs SLC, and that match is now just underway at Chukchansky Park down in the Central Valley of California. We'll keep you posted on that score. Nothing to report just yet, but Colin, there are still several matches to keep an eye on here tonight with some playoff implications.
Yeah, if you look at it, places 7 and 8, 3 teams have the possibility of grabbing those last 2 playoff spots. St. Louis, who look like they're going to make it after so many years of heartbreak not making playoffs. It looks like it's finally St. Louis's year. They're 0-0 against Oklahoma City. San Antonio 1-1 against RGV. RGV with the equalizer. That San Antonio will want to walk away with 3 points. Plus they have to get some help, hoping that Swope Park Rangers don't win tomorrow against LA Galaxy too. So it should be interesting for those final 2 playoff games.
Swope Park controls their own destiny. If they win tomorrow, they're in regardless of what San Antonio does. But if San Antonio does get a win against Rio Grande Valley and Swope Park cannot get a victory, then San Antonio will be the final team in. You mentioned St. Louis, and you can circle one game for them that turned around their season and made this run possible, and that was here at Greater Nevada Fields. Ended Reno's 16 consecutive game unbeaten streak as St. Louis in the final minutes pulled out a win here against Reno back on July 28th. At that time, they were, I think, 12th or 13th in the Western Conference. That started a big run for them.
Yeah, they've certainly turned things around. Impressive performance from Anthony Pulis' side this second half of the season, and they'll be looking to make a name for themselves in playoffs. They don't want to just crash out early after finally earning that spot. The game, Reno knows that they're going to be playing in that first round against Real Monarchs, just dependent on where it's going to be, but Reno knows their opponent, and it's an opponent that's been struggling lately. The team has started so strong. They really were the most dangerous team in the West for a while, sitting on top like they did last year.
Yeah.
And then Just a huge, huge fall apart from them.
Well, and remember last year, they won the Western Conference, and they were beat in the first round of the postseason by an 8 seed.
Yeah, and that's playoffs for you, though. Anything can happen once playoff comes. And this is a league where anybody can beat anybody. I mean, even Orange County has 6 or 7 losses this season.
Well, and for Reno, one big reason why they really want to play at home in this match, because they're going to play the Real Monarchs no matter what. That's set in stone. But if Reno's the home team, that plays into their favor incredibly. Real Monarchs at home this year are 13-2-2. Reno came away with 0 points when they went on the road to play against Real Monarchs. They got a win here, and they played dominant against that team here with a 3-0 win. Real Monarchs are 5-10-1 on the road. They have not been a good team away from Rio Tinto Stadium.
Yeah, so that should be an interesting one. We'll keep everyone updated on that game. Of course, it's the second half, and a watch party will be here at Greater Nevada Field to see how Monarchs finish out against Fresno, and that game is underway in the 4th minute now.
Wondering who are the young standouts competing in the USL that you need to know? Check out the 2018 USL 20 under 20 throughout the week on USLsoccer.com. We'll reveal the best players aged 20 and under in the league this season.
And Efrain Alvarez announces #1 for 20 under 20. Completely deserved. The kid has been incredible.
Reno coming back out. You see them there in their Battle-Born style uniforms. They're alternate. The yellow and blue paying homage to the state flag. Orange County in the white. They will start with the ball here in the second 45. And as I mentioned going into halftime, this game is far from over, especially when you look at an Orange County team that has got 69 goals this season. That's second best in the United Soccer League. And a team that has scored 12 goals in their last 3 matches. They are very capable of coming out and getting at least 2 goals here in this second half. On the flip side of that, Reno's defense has been the best in the circuit over the last month and a half. Reno now 3rd in the USL in goals allowed, again, as they have gone 4.5 matches now without allowing an opponent to find the back of the net.
And it's always impressive, a team that plays with a high line, that attacks with numbers. I mean, look how high up the field Duke Lacroix and Brent Richards get. A team that defends like that, high up the field, still allowing so few goals. It really is a testament to how good they are defensively, because it's tough to defend like that. Most teams that do have the record for goals allowed are usually teams that sit back, put 10 behind the ball with a low block. This Reno team does nothing of that sort.
Those of you joining us here in the second half action, Reno did see Lindo Mafeka, their attacking midfielder, be carted off the field in what appeared to be a knee injury. Richards in the box and centers it perfectly for Brian Brown. And Brian Brown wants that one back.
Yeah, Brian Brown with so much space. He could have brought it back onto his favorite left foot. Cronali was nowhere near him. Flashes that shot just wide, though.
Nice win there by Kisipli. Good passing there as Van Awick and Brown combined to set up Antoine Opino. Orange County will clear it away.
Yeah, it's such a clever, nonchalant flick from Brian Brown through Walker Hume's legs.
Richards, left-footed strike, and he just barely went too high on it. That was a heck of a left-footed attempt there from Richards.
Oh, and it looks like it's a corner kick. Took a slight deflection. Brent Richards just got behind that with his left foot. Oh, and it's a save, a spectacular save by Rawls.
Wow. Oh, they're saying it didn't touch it, I guess.
I think they're calling possibly a foul or offside because it's not
Has to be, yeah.
It's not on the 6-yard box. Not sure what that call was.
That was a great save, though. You're right. That was a screamer from Richards, and Rawls, who came in with 78 saves, adding a big one there for his team to keep it 2-0. Here's Jerry Van Avik. Over to Antoine Openo. Openo is taken out, and once again, he will not get a whistle. They have been very reluctant to blow their whistle. Joseph Dickerson electing to let play continue.
Yeah, Joseph Dickerson must be holding some kind of grudge against Antoine Openo at this point.
Maybe he misses the long hair.
Yeah, maybe. Odd way of showing it, though.
Both Openo and Bersano had long hair a year ago, but both decided to trim it up and donate their hair to charity. That was a pretty neat thing for those two guys to do.
And since Openo has done that, he's turned from goals to assists, so he just turned into the giving mood since then.
I know we talked about this on the broadcast a couple weeks ago. You said there were a lot of people clamoring for the return of the long-haired Colin Tabor.
Oh, I don't think so.
Michael Seaton couldn't keep the ball in front of him. Had a chance there with Enevoldsen.
And look how well Reno does to get out of that press. Gaia Ben and Duke Lacroix so cool under pressure.
Van Avik is knocked down onto his back.
Orange County are now pressing higher than before, but Reno are dealing with it so well. So much confidence in their passing around the back, not forcing things.
Lacroix once again there to cut it off. How good is he on the ball? I mean, the way that he is able to get away from defenders and keep possession is incredible at times.
Who knew that Duke Lacroix would become an elite USL level left back? And this is a guy who could maybe even do it at the MLS level, because you worry, yeah, he's good going forward, but wow, is he good defensively as well? It's his recovery speed alone, but he's patient, he knows how to defend, he knows how to block crosses. He really does have it all for a modern left back.
Well, Reno really struggled in the first 6 weeks of the season like they did last year. They got Lacroix in the middle of April, and I think adding Duke Lacroix was one of the big reasons why this team was able to post such a big turnaround. You could look at also the addition of someone like Kevin Partita. That was also a key at that time. But you look at what Lacroix has done since he got to Reno in mid-April. He has been fantastic.
He really has been. I think he's been one of the best left backs in the Western Conference, possibly the USL.
Another corner kick, and Reno defends it.
Oh, and Orange County won a handball. They're claiming it struck the hand of a Reno player. Joseph Dickerson isn't hearing it, though. Chaplow is furious.
Well, if that was a handball, I suppose the soccer gods have made things even for Antoine Openo's play in the first half, where it looked like he had earned a penalty. Call it even?
Yeah, and that did look close. It's hard to tell from here. I mean, we might need to see a different angle on that, but you could see how much Orange County were appealing for it.
Trying to find Seton. Bersano will roll it back in for Zach Carroll.
You know, I think when Orange County have had success in this game, it's when Aiden Quinn has been able to drive at the Reno defense. Now they're just looking to play Seton early. I think the Reno defense has caught on to that. And Orange County may be forcing things too much.
Reno with goals in the 15th minute. Brenton Griffiths in the 44th minute by Antoine Opino.
Oh, good defending again by Lacroix. Darwin Jones looked like he was getting behind.
Christian Duke punched away by Bersano. What a decisive job that was by Bersano to run in and punch that one out of trouble.
Yeah, Quinn was lurking. Bersano had to be proactive on that one, and he was. So quick to react.
Darwin Jones takes a crack at it, goes right to Bersano. Trying to find Brian Brown on a counterattack. Another chance here for Orange County. Offsides. What Reno has done here down the stretch, Colin, is incredibly impressive. 6 consecutive matches coming in without taking a loss. In their last 3, if you include tonight, playing teams that are in the top 5 of the Western Conference. They went to Portland and got a 2-0 win. They went to Phoenix and earned a draw against that very tough side, and now have built a 2-0 lead on an Orange County team that has lost only 7 times the entire season.
Yeah, it really has been an impressive run of form for Reno, and exactly when you want to be in form. Going into playoffs, they'll feel confident that they can take anybody on, as they've shown recently. And like we said, Orange County, they finished first, which even despite this loss, they're in a good position because of Las Vegas's win over Phoenix midweek. But they'll face this Orange County team most likely in the second round of playoffs, unless whoever does end up as the 8th seed pulls off a victory. And of course, that relies on Reno beating Real Monarchs. But they'll feel confident going into that second round game against what could be this team.
It's interesting for Reno because they've been just as good on the road as they are at home. In fact, they've actually been better on the road. They've lost only twice. But like I said before, when you look at what Real Monarchs have done at home, you don't want to play there.
No, you don't. You really don't. And I think Reno's home record is affected by playing 2 very strong teams very early on when they weren't quite ready for that yet. Saw the losses against Phoenix and Swope Park Rangers here to start off the season, along with truly just an awful performance against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. But since then, Reno have shown to be a team to be feared. And like we said, if some of those draws turn into wins, this could be a team that's sitting on the top.
They certainly look like a team that could be at the top of this conference right now. Here's Ennevoldsen. Bersano beats Seton to the ball.
Good communication from Bersano, letting Zach Carroll know that he can get to that one. He's such a leader back there in goal.
Van Avik is able to keep it for Reno. Mark Anthony Gonzalez. He's playing for the first time since May 12th when Reno beat Sacramento on the road 3-2. Gonzalez appearing in only his 5th game of the season.
And you have to give credit to Ian Russell for that sub. He could have gone with what I suggested, bring in Will Seymour, maybe have 2 holding mids. As Quinn picks up the ball in a dangerous position.
And Evoldson, right foot, and he finds the back of the net as Thomas Evoldson gets Orange County on the board, his 20th goal this season, and we have got ourselves a match here in downtown Reno.
And that's why he's been the most dangerous goal scorer in the West. Just tees it up and places it with power into that far post to make it 2-1 here in Reno. A great finish from the Dane.
So the streak comes to an end for Reno's defense and Matt Bersano. They had gone 4 matches and then 57 minutes into this one. But Orange County and their incredible attack, they will not go without a goal here tonight. That is their 70th USL goal of the season.
And now Cloutier bringing in Giovanni Ramos-Godoy for Darwin Jones. He'll be looking to push even more. He doesn't want to leave here with a loss.
Well, like we said a few times, I don't think we really expected Orange County to come in here and not put up a fight. Reno putting pressure again on the offensive end as Brian Brown was looking for Gonzalez there. Another chance here for Orange County. And Evoldson, too much this time.
Yeah, and Evoldson popping up into a dangerous area right where he scored before. Reno closes it down really well, and Orange County earned the corner.
Corner kick here for Orange County. Aiden Quinn, the 26-year-old from San Diego, drives his left foot into it. Headed and just high. Alex Cronell had a chance there to equalize. Cronali, excuse me.
And a powerful header from Cronali. Orange County have aerial threat from their center backs as well with Cronali and Hume. Cronali gets up there, just over the bar though.
It appears we'll have a tense final 30 minutes in this one here tonight. Reno will make their second substitution. Mo Chow is poised to come off the bench. The rookie out of the University of Louisville, where he was a 2-time All-American, drafted this year by San Jose. A native of Lexington, Kentucky. He'll come on for his 24th appearance of the season.
And Brian Brown's day is done. Can't add on to his 16 goals in the regular season so far. So 2 subs each. Orange County bringing in Ramos-Godoy along with Noah Powder earlier in the game. Kevin Olsen had to come off early. Of course, Lindo Mafeka had to come off early as well. I think everyone in Reno is hoping he's okay right now.
Another chance there for Orange County, and that was dangerous as Seaton was able to find himself in the box, but was unable to put a good strike on it.
What a great ball from Brent Richards. Opino sneaks in and puts it away.
Antoine Opino, his second goal. And Reno's in front 3-1. as once again, Reno is able to break through against this Orange County defense.
And I don't think Cronali has any idea that Openo's lurking there. Just tries to guide it into Rawls' path, but Openo sneaks in and lifts it over the Orange County goalkeeper to make it 3-1 and give a 2-goal advantage to Reno.
Eddie Voltson got one in the 58th, and now Openo in the 62nd minute gives Reno back a 2-goal advantage.
2 great opportunistic finishes from Antoine Openo here tonight. But poor defending from Cronali, who didn't know that Openo was lurking there, thought he had time to head it back to his goalkeeper. And when he did try to head it, didn't get nearly enough on it.
This Reno attack tonight has been incredibly dangerous. They've had 3 goals. They could have 4 or 5 at this point. Quinn able to keep possession for Orange County. See what they can do here. Trying to find Quinn, who could not keep his feet. Looking for Mo Chow there. Last check down in Fresno. They're in the 25th minute. And thus far, it is still 0-0 between Fresno and Real Monarchs. And Guy Benz back to his feet, but he's dealing with something right now.
Yeah, and Reno just getting out of that press. Orange County just gets a little frustrated, kicks out at Guy Bend, who takes the touch away from, I believe it was Richard Chaplow. Oh, great pressing from Reno, and they break again.
Oh, and the offsides flag comes out.
I think Cronelli just stepped at the last second, read the danger, caught both Mo Chow and Antoine Openo offside.
Quinn taking a shot on a quick counterattack, but he goes wide. "66 minutes in, Reno 3, Orange County 1. And the first meeting between these two teams here in downtown Reno. They met earlier this year down in Orange County, where they fought to a 2-2 draw. That one back on June the 16th. Here comes another wave from Orange County. Quinn was able to break through that first level, but couldn't get farther. Reno's got numbers going the other way. Van Avik, Openo, and Chow. And Van Avik was trying to find Mo Chow and just could not quite link up with him, but another surge there by Reno's front line.
Yeah, when you're 3v2 running directly at defenders like that, you almost just want to keep running and then just have a shot because the two defenders are worried about the through ball. I think Van Avik changed his mind at the last second, got the pass to Mo Chow wrong.
Nice job there by Carroll to win that one in the midfield. Here's Seth Gasippli. Now it's Duke Lacroix. Over to Mark Anthony Gonzalez. Richards and Hume battling along the sideline, or excuse me, that's Ennivoldsen.
Well, that's one way to get out of a press from Ennivoldsen. Just flicks it up, finds Aiden Quinn's head, and Gonzalez looks like he throws a bit of an elbow and gets the yellow card.
First yellow card of the night for either side. Comes here in the 69th minute against Mark Anthony Gonzalez. Still 0-0 in Fresno, 30th minute. Remember, all Reno needs is a draw from Fresno if they can beat Orange County here tonight, and that will advance them into 4th place. Against a Monarchs team that is not playing their best form right now. That's who they would meet in the first round of the playoffs next weekend. To be determined whether that's going to take place here in downtown Reno or if it'll be in Utah.
And it looks like that St. Louis game is done and they have clinched.
Wow. What a job by St. Louis to rally back this season and get into the postseason.
San Antonio not getting the result that they wanted, drawing against their Texas rivals, Rio Grande Valley. So it looks like it's all in Swope Park Rangers' hands. Oh, Seth Gasippli tries one from far out, over the bar.
Joe Chen Graff coming in for Reno here in the 72nd minute.
Yeah, Graff getting his first goal for Reno in his second appearance against Portland Timbers 2. A goal that Openo made easy. 2v keeper, Openo just runs and lays it off. Graff with the easiest finish of his life.
Graff for the goal in that game against Portland.
Oh, and a good combination. Van Avik's touch gets away from him, though. Brenton Griffiths once again stopping Seton. He's been fantastic here today. Not only a goal, but some excellent defensive displays.
Reno trying to close here for about 20 more minutes. Chance to pick up 3 key points and to continue this surge at the end of the season. A win here tonight would make it 7 straight unbeaten. Another chance from Orange County. Quinn takes a crack at it and couldn't bring it down enough.
Yeah, Anna Voltson just finds Quinn on the layup, but Quinn doesn't get the shot right. Anna Voltson looking dangerous now that he's more involved in the game. Someone we hardly saw in the first half. He's done well, scored a spectacular goal. Oh, and a good run by Jochen Graf. Rawls is on the case, though. Off his line, deals very well with it.
Christian Duke with a good ball forward.
Another great recovery tackle by Duke Lacroix. How many times has he done something like that this season?
Just keep calling his name. The 24-year-old from New Jersey who I think would have had a huge year last year in Orange County had he not gone down with a knee injury. We even saw him here at Greater Nevada Field as an opponent, scored the first goal in this stadium's history when it comes to United Soccer League action. And Reno is lucky to pluck him in April, as I mentioned before, and continues to make plays on all aspects of the pitch.
Yeah, I think he's been Reno's unsung hero this year. And last year you can point to someone like Matt LaGrassa for that title. This year it's been Duke Lacroix, who's been magnificent in attack and defense. And it looks like Koji Hashimoto has come in for Christian Duke in the Orange County midfield. Christian Duke, who was an integral part of Swope Park Rangers in their USL Cup run last year. Didn't see a lot of him.
Guy Ben trying to find Van Avik. Broken up there by Cronali. Mo Chow trying to knife one in there. Graf pressuring now. And Rawls will just get it away.
And I've been impressed with Graf's willingness to work coming off the bench. Ian Russell knows he can bring on Graf, and the guy will run everything down, not give defenders a moment's rest. It's a great option to have.
See that at the bottom of the screen, Koji Hashimoto checked in. He's a 32-year-old from Japan who has a ton of experience at the professional level at a couple different levels in Japan. Here's Graf. Just out of his reach, but that was a really good setup from Mark Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah, Mark Gonzalez with the inch-perfect pass. Graf with a good run, just can't quite get the control that he wants on it.
Chaplow in the midfield.
Excellent from Chaplow.
Henny Voltson trying to get it in the box there. Intercepted. Guy Bend starts the counterattack. Finds Mo Chow. Chow's got Graff to his right. Finds a wide open Seth Kasipley. Knocked away by Rawls. An excellent save by Andre Rawls. Here's Richards now, and Richards with a left-footed strike that swatted away.
Yeah, 2 good saves from Rawls. The first one, his body's going the other way. He has to readjust to get onto Seth Kasipley's shot, does really well. And then the second save on Brent Richards' shot was even better.
Just getting an update right now from Fresno, and this is not good for Reno. Real Monarchs, with a goal from Charlie Adams in the 37th minute, have taken a 1-0 lead in Fresno. If they come away with a win in Fresno, it does not matter what happens here tonight in Reno.
Yeah, Fresno's going to have to pull off a favor for Reno here tonight. Get a goal back.
Well, that's the good news. All they need is a draw. Good intervention there by Richards. And you can tell Orange County starting to tire a little bit. Some guys bending over at the waist. Here's Van Avik.
Reno keep pushing. Oh, and Van Avik just wide.
Fresno has been pretty good at home this year, 7-3-6.
Only 2 wins away from home.
Another chance for Reno. They just won't stop. Kasipley finds Graff. Graff trying to get some space, and a good job defensively there by Orange County, preventing Graff from getting a shot off as he was there right in front of goal. But you can tell, I think the elevation and the cold is starting to play a factor right now in Orange County. You can tell they are not doing well right now when it comes to their endurance.
Yeah, and a very high intensity game. Reno just keep going and going. They've been really going at Orange County in these last few minutes, and if it weren't for Rawls, it could be 4-1 easily right now.
Matt Bersano goes to collect it. Not able to get the clean sheet here tonight, but to limit Orange County to 1 goal has been a great job by him in this Reno defense. Here's Gonzalez.
Oh, and that ball's still in play. Brenton Griffiths, who's gotten the better of Michael Seaton many times today, mistimes his tackle against the striker, picks up a yellow card here.
Aiden Quinn will be on the ball here in the 83rd. Good ball in, and what a job by Bersano after it was deflected on the head by Seton.
Yeah, Bersano does so well to catch it too, with a lot of Orange County's runners lurking around him. Seton gets up there, but Bersano with a great save. Look, Chapelow's crashing. Good save from Bersano.
Seton just couldn't get a little bit more height on that one, and he would have found goal.
I think that's the kind of save that a lot of goalkeepers would have made look a lot harder, with a diving fingertip over the crossbar. Matt Bersano just adjusts his body and gets 2 strong hands on it.
How about this run from Duke Lacroix? Now it's Chow. Chow takes a crack at goal, and it's deflected away, and that will be another corner kick for Reno.
What a run by Duke Lacroix.
So fast.
And not even just his speed, the ability to get out of that press. Just quick little dribbling, little move to beat him, and then he's gone.
He's not afraid of going right through the teeth of the defense.
No, and so many people would have put him as a winger. For Ian Russell to play him as a left back shows how Ian Russell wants to play. But look at the way Duke Lacroix has defended all season.
I mean, you can make a long list of guys that Ian has found and developed and put in the right spots. Duke Lacroix is high up on that list right now. Here's Seth Kasipley. Ian Russell just seems to get the best out of his players here in Reno. You look at a guy like Chris Weehan, who was undrafted out of college at New Mexico, had a great college career at New Mexico, overlooked, came in, he became the new United Soccer League assist champion. He was the rookie of the year, got a contract with the San Jose Earthquakes. And that's one of many stories. Again, there are a lot of guys that have really benefited being here in Reno with Ian Russell. Hashimoto had a great shot there, right in front of goal all alone, and Bersano was able to find it.
Yeah, I think Ian Russell's such a great talent evaluator. He finds undervalued players, players that aren't quite achieving with their clubs what they maybe could be. Guys out of college who went unnoticed, like Chris Weehan. And he puts them in the right system to really make them thrive.
Seth Kasipley. Over to Chow. Kasipley! Oh, just missed it. What a crack there from Kasipley.
Yeah, great from Kasipley. And Reno are still pushing.
Relentless offensive attack once again from Reno 1868 tonight.
Yeah, and going up 3-1 against the team that's top of the West. How many teams would go and sit back at this point? Reno is not one of those teams, though. They keep pushing. They want more. Oh, Griffiths has been outstanding tonight. Great interception on Enna Volson's pass to Seton.
Gonzalez able to get free. He was looking to spring Graff there. Graff liked the idea behind it, wasn't quite ready for that spot.
Yeah, it was a good idea from Mark Gonzalez there. Graff just wasn't prepared for it.
Gonzalez has played well.
No, I think he's done well. I think he not too involved when he first came on, but has grown into the game.
Another chance here for Orange County. Lacroix gets in front of it. Got it in there for Seton, and he couldn't center it.
Yeah, Seton with a few chances tonight, just can't capitalize on any of them. He's been dangerous throughout.
Gonzalez starts the surge again. Kasipli trying to find Graff, not a bad idea there. Headed out of trouble, though, by Orange County.
Powder does really well to get out of danger before Enna Voltson loses it.
Lacroix, the takeaway, prevents the counterattack. Lacroix is running circles around this Orange County defense.
He's been sensational today, well, attacking and defensively.
Van Avik, he's got Richards to his right. Reno's got to be patient now. A lot of white jerseys in front of them. With a 3-1 lead, they'll just spread it around. Wait for the right opportunity. Just simply trying to get it to Van Avik. Reno keeps possession. Something they have done incredibly well tonight.
Just look how confidently they're stroking the ball around.
What a confidence boost this is going to be for Reno going into the playoffs, regardless of where they will start postseason play next week.
This is a team that can take on anyone. They fear nobody, and I think whoever Reno is paired against as the playoffs go on will be nervous about this team. First, they're going to have a tough test against Monarchs, though.
And the Monarchs still have a 1-0 lead. That game is at halftime down in Fresno.
Yeah, Monarchs have been in bad form lately. But come playoffs, anything can happen, really.
Three minutes of stoppage time added as Jerry Van Avik, who had an assist on the other side of the field from the corner, has that one deflected. It finds Kasipli, and he has too much on that one. San Antonio, Rio Grande Valley, that game has gone final, a 1-1 draw, which leaves an opportunity now for Swope Park. All they need is a draw tomorrow in order to get the final spot in the Western Conference. You mentioned earlier St. Louis, they have punched their ticket with a 0-0 draw against Oklahoma City.
And Swope Park Rangers potentially being 8th shows how strong the Western Conference is. Swope Park Rangers are a good team.
Mo Chow. Gonzalez trying to get around Annie Voltson. Chaplow will send it the other way, finds Hashimoto. Now it's Seaton. Reno retreats on defense as Seaton moves it around. Chaplow elects to send it back wide. Reno's got some numbers again here. 3-on-3. Trying to find Graff. Hashimoto. Over to Seaton. Moving it well here. And Griffiths, I think, was able to get just enough of that one to help out Persano.
You know, dangerous ball from Enna Voltson. Just trying to find Seaton to poke it in. Brent Griffiths once again with a crucial touch.
Here's Gonzalez. Van Avik keeps it for Reno. Roughly 30 seconds left. No, that is it. This one is in the books, and Reno captures a 3-1 victory over Orange County in a message sent the United Soccer League. With the playoffs starting, this Reno 1868 team is a club to be feared.
Yeah, spectacular performance these last 6 or 7 weeks from Reno 1868, standing up against whatever challenge is thrown their way. Magnificent tonight against an Orange County team that's sitting in first place. They have a comprehensive win against them.
Reno with 3 goals in this one. Griffiths, Opano in the first half, Opano in the second half. And Reno will now leave things in the hands of Fresno, who trails 1-0 at halftime. And we will see if they can rally and get a point. That's what Reno needs right now in order to host a playoff game here next week.
Yeah, I think everyone on this Reno team will immediately turn on the Real Monarchs game.
All right, Kylie Diesner's down on the field. She's got Antoine Opano, 2 goals in this one. Reno, the huge win here tonight over Orange County. Kylie, what does Antoine have to say?
Thanks so much, Alex, here with Antoine Hopino. Now, Antoine, a 3-1 win over this #1 team. What are your thoughts on the team's performance tonight?
Yeah, it was a good game. Obviously, we were happy to win the game. It was important for us to win to give us a chance to get a home game for the playoffs.
And then, yeah, speaking of that, you got 2 goals tonight. How does it feel to get those 2 goals in this game that is so important in determining whether you guys are going to be home next weekend or not?
Yeah, I think as a team, we're good team at creating chances for each other, and obviously the chances fell to me tonight, and I was able to put them in the back of the net, and that's kind of the point of the game for me tonight.
All right, thanks so much, Antoine. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thanks very much. Kylie, congratulations to Antoine Opano. Goals 4 and 5 on the season for him. He now has 17 in his Reno 1868 career over 2 seasons. We'll take a break, come back with our final thoughts right after this. Reno victorious tonight over Orange County. This is United Soccer League action on Nevada Sports Net. Back here inside Greater Nevada Field, a fantastic performance by Reno 1868 as they throttle Orange County by a 3-1 final. Welcome back upstairs here inside the broadcast booth alongside Colin Tabor. I'm Alex Margulies. A tremendous performance once again by Ian Russell and his team. 7 consecutive matches without a loss. This team is playing their absolute best soccer as we now head into the postseason.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because form really does go out the window once playoffs comes. they're going to be feeling good taking on teams like Orange County, teams that they'll have to play if they want to make a run to the USL Cup, and beating them so comprehensively like they did tonight.
Last 3 matches of the season have come against Western Conference playoff teams. Reno goes and gets a 2-0 win in Portland. They fight to a 0-0 draw with Phoenix on the road, and then here at home, they dominated this match. Now, Orange County did not seem to have an answer for Reno on either side of the field. And like I said, towards the end of the match, I'm not sure that they could really take much more when it comes to, I think the altitude and the cold played a big factor in this one for them.
Yeah, I think they were just looking forward to that final whistle. I don't think things went according to plan for Braden Coutier's side, but back to the drawing board for them. They're going to want to turn things around for their first round playoff game. They're not going to want to be a team that finishes first and then drops out in the first round of playoffs. It should be an interesting one against whoever does finish 8th. That spot, of course, is still up for grabs.
All right, Colin, let's take a look at the highlights from the second half action of this. Reno took a 2-0 lead into the break, but Orange County was able to get it going in the 58th minute. Thomas Anyvoldsen finds the back of the net, his 20th goal of the season, and that would make it a 2-1 contest, but Reno would quickly answer as Antoine Opino with his second goal of the night in the 62nd minute was able to give Reno a 2-goal advantage, and from there it was a non-stop onslaught really from both sides. Some really good goalkeeping by both Andre Rawls and Matt Bersano as we would finish here with this 3-1 final.
Yeah, very exciting game. Both teams attacked well. Both teams kept the ball, looked to counter when there was space. Just a great all-around game of soccer out here tonight at Greater Nevada Field.
A lot of fans sticking around for autographs. A lot of people will also stick around for a watch party here inside Greater Nevada Field, where they will turn on the Real Monarchs versus Fresno match. That has massive implications. Reno fans will be crossing their fingers for a Fresno equalizer, currently trailing 1-0 that match at halftime. Reno needs a draw or a win out of Fresno in order to get a home game here at Greater Nevada Field next weekend. If that happens, the match will take place on Saturday, October the 20th. It'll be a 5:15 start when it comes to the pregame festivities. 5:30 would be the start of the match, and we will have that for you on Nevada Sports Net. So we'll keep you posted. If you want to check social media from Nevada Sports Net, Reno 1868, you can stay updated there and figure out how that game in Fresno finishes out. But fingers crossed that Fresno can help out Reno here tonight. If not, Reno will be the 5th seed, and they will have to go to Salt Lake City in a 4-5 matchup in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Either way, Reno will take on the Real Monarchs, SLC, a team that they have split against this year. On the road, they lost 2-1. Here at home, they won 3-0, and we told you before how good the Real Monarchs are at home. Regardless of where that match is played, Colin, what's just your first impression of Reno, the way they're playing, matching up with SLC?
I think they're going to feel good about their chances if form is anything to go by. Reno have been red hot lately. Real Monarchs have been anything but. But I think Reno are going to be hoping that Lindo Mafeka is okay by then. And nasty injury, I don't think it looks likely for the South African midfielder.
Well, I want to send a special thank you to our entire production team. If this is our final Reno 1868 telecast of the season, a lot of thank yous need to go out. And this has been such a hard-working crew, not only on Reno 1868 matches, but Reno Aces matches as well. And it has been truly a pleasure to be a part of all of this. Colin, it's been a lot of fun, my friend.
It has been a lot of fun. Hopefully this isn't our last broadcast of the season.
Keep our fingers crossed. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Reno on top of Orange County, a 3-1 final. For Colin Tabor, for Kylie Diesner, I'm Alex Margulies, saying so long from Greater Nevada Field. Good night from downtown Reno.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.